The Luhya Elders Forum has endorsed Nairobi Senator Edwin Sifuna as its preferred opposition presidential candidate for the 2027 general election. The elders say Sifuna has demonstrated leadership qualities and gained support from Kenyans across different regions. Addressing journalists in Kakamega, the elders, led by Deputy Chairman 𝐄𝐚𝐬𝐭𝐥𝐞𝐢𝐠𝐡, said Sifuna had shown the ability to attract support beyond Western Kenya and had built a national following ahead of the next election. The elders were meeting to install a new forum chairman following the death of former chairman Patrick Wangamati in July.
We have agreed as Luhya Elders Forum that our son Edwin Sifuna has been accepted by a lot of Kenyans. Sifuna's journeys did not start in Luhya land. This young man has been, I think, close to 17 counties before he came here. And we have seen mammoth, huge crowds of young people, old people, poor people supporting Sifuna.
And in matters healthcare workers in Kiseri and Kajiado County have staged a 20-kilometer walk to raise awareness about the importance of early lung cancer screening and timely diagnosis. Kenya joined the world in marking World Cancer Day with a call for greater public awareness and support for patients battling the disease. According to the Kenya National Cancer Control Strategy 2017 to 2022, lung cancer accounted for 794 cases and 729 deaths, with a prevalence of 1.75 per 100,000, translating to a case fatality rate of 92%. Risk factors for lung cancer include tobacco use, radon exposure, exposure to secondhand smoke, a family history of lung cancer, and a history of lung diseases such as chronic obstructive pulmonary disease and pulmonary fibrosis.
The only way to be at the present of your state in terms of health is to be able to ensure that you take a couple of tests to just ensure that your health is stable in terms of cancer.
Be careful of whatever you're eating. And number two, that you have to be very careful of the source of that food, how it is prepared, the hygiene, all this. Let us have a total life change, because all this contributes to the lung cancer.
Away from that, Interior Cabinet Secretary Kipchumba Murkomen has dismissed claims by former Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua that he receives secret security briefings from intelligence officers, describing the allegations as baseless and irresponsible. Murkomen urged Gachagua to shun divisive, violent, and tribal politics and instead embrace issue-based politics that would have a positive impact on the nation. Murkomen spoke when he joined President William Ruto, other leaders, and faithfuls at ACK St. Stephen's Chepkoilel in Eldoret, Uasin Gishu County. He said Gachagua's utterances were unbecoming of a leader who once held the nation's second highest office.
I want to warn all politicians, whether you are in opposition or you are in government, the safety and the security of the people of Kenya is not one of the agendas that you are going to use to play politics. Nimesikia kiongozi mwingine juzi anaongea kila mahali, nasema nimeambiwa sijui na intelligence, nimeambiwa na DCI, nimeambiwa na nani, trying to posture as though he is collecting gossips and rumors around the country. Let me say this. This is the first time in the history of Kenya since 1963 that we have had the most irresponsible leader who has occupied the highest office in the land. If you see any leader who has reached the office of a deputy president, Even Kalonzo himself, even Matiang'i, who has been Minister of Security, you can see they are conducting themselves in a more organized and honorable manner. Lakini huyu mtu anaitwa Gachagua, it's shame on you. Everywhere you speak, nobody believes that you even one day sat in a Security Council of a Republic of Kenya. The way you are disparaging the security sector, doing politics with our security systems, doing politics with our security officers, we want to tell you, shame on you. And we are not going to allow you to continue saying things that are not true.
Still in politics, Wiper Patriotic Front and Azimio la Umoja Party leader Kalonzo Musyoka has criticized recent remarks seeking to divide the Mount Kenya region into separate blocks. Musyoka said the GEMA community cannot be divided. Addressing worshippers at ACK St. Paul's Cathedral in Embu County, Musyoka also weighed in on the impeachment of former Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua. He said recent admissions by UDA members of parliament and senators that they were bribed to support the impeachment raise serious constitutional and legal questions about the integrity of the process. Musyoka said the revelations clearly show that the impeachment process was neither fair nor legitimate. He urged Kenyans to appreciate that the journey towards forming the next government requires both hard work and strategic engagement.
Mbere North, mimi kwa akili yangu na vile niliona, aliibuka mshindi pale Oscar Karis na akaibiwa wazi. Kutokana na hiyo lesson ya Karis, watu wa Al-Kalau wakajipanga. Na watu wa Kalau wameonyesha wazi kwamba it is not possible. Haitawezekana kwa uchaguzi. Now I'm so happy we have entered the election year in Embu, because today is the 2nd day of August. Election will be next August.
And the National Biosafety Authority, NBA, has turned to football to tackle rising public skepticism, myths and misinformation surrounding genetically modified organisms or GMOs. Partnering with the Wazee Premier League management, the NBA launched a sports-driven public awareness campaign themed Kicking Out Misinformation on GMOs. The initiative brought together retired football stars, local youth, and sports enthusiasts to promote healthy living while sharing science-based facts on agricultural biotechnology. Organizers said sports can provide an effective community-driven platform for bridging the agricultural science information gap, particularly among young people and grassroots communities. On the pitch, Wazito legends dominated the Wazee Premier League full series held over the weekend at Eldoret Sports Club, securing back-to-back victories. The legends edged past Kenya Ports Authority 1-0 before beating Kakamega Veterans 2-1 in a closely contested match. The national tournament series now moves towards its conclusion, with the final series scheduled to take place in Nairobi this coming December.
We are using sports as a channel to promote public awareness and education amongst our youth, and specifically in this instance, to promote public awareness, healthy living amongst football legends. Through this Wazee Premier League, we promote public awareness and demystify misinformation and disinformation amongst the general public.
And you realize most of the former players, when they leave active football, it's not easy to find them. So we decided to come together as WPL so that those former players who used to play active football, we bring them together for networking, for socializing, and for friendship.
And that is it from the Eastleigh Voice News Desk. My name is Hussein Hassan. Good evening.